Came in with the style, with the flavor, with the $1 million attitude, smile for the haters, yeah. I've been making rounds, doing favors, I'm the man in the city, I've been feeling like the mayor, yeah.
What up? So this is different. This isn't an RC car or a plane, but it's gonna be used for them. Look at all these lights. Look at that. So yeah, we're gonna unbox this real quick. I'm actually shooting this on a GoPro, the Hero 12. And y'all see, oh no, mama, mess, mind your business. Y'all see that GoPro Hero right there. And yes, GoPro does have the Max 2, the 360. The X4 Air is like 60 grams lighter, so I went with that because I'm going to be putting this on airplanes and whatnot. But that's enough yapping. I'll explain that some more as I unbox it. Alright, y'all, it's a mess in here. I'm in the process of rearranging, but we ain't going to just wait until I'm rearranged and all that and cleaned up in here to do these unboxings. No. Anywho, let's go ahead and open this up. Some of you RC hobbyists, y'all understand the struggle I have right now. I know it's kind of off topic, but all this stuff, so it's all useful parts that have potential. And I don't want to throw them away because what if I need them? But it's time to throw some of the stuff away. Anywho, let's open up this box. Does it slide or does it open up some other way? It's supposed to slide, but I can't slide it, y'all. This box is stronger than me. Oh wait, it's because you're goofy and it doesn't slide, it just opens. Y'all. I'm not gonna edit that part out. I'm gonna show the world what I just did. That's almost as bad as pushing the pool door. Maybe worse actually. But look at that. Oh, that's light. Compared to the size of the GoPro Hero, this is still I like this camera quite a bit, you guys. This is gonna go on the Cub and the Super Timber and the Infraction. Yeah, this is extra. Like again, this is light. See what else is in here. See what other goodies are in here. This is my first venture outside of GoPro since I started with GoPro, actually. We just gonna tear the plastic, fine. There's no way to just open this up neatly, fine. You get a little carrying pouch, that's nice. Some silica packs, USB cable, little cleaning cloth, instructions, look at that. Quick start guide, all that good stuff. Warranty card, yeah, look at that. Ooh, and stickers. I like when people send stickers. I like when manufacturers send stickers because I'm gonna stick them on stuff. Because those stickers are for. Like it'll go on an airplane, it'll go on something here. Just typically not on my vehicle because I don't want people thinking, oh, I should steal his shit. Anywho, back in the box you go. We will charge this up with the USB cable that it came with. I'm weird, I like to do that the first time I charge a device, is use the cable that it came with. Oh, and it's USB-C to USB-C. That's nice. So we're gonna go ahead and plug this up, let it charge. I'm gonna get me something to eat, and then we're gonna come back and see what I think about shooting with this thing. Let's see here. Without even looking at instructions or anything, let's see. Bam, that slides. That's where the charger plugs in. We're just gonna unplug that right there. Plug that in right there. And we're gonna let it charge up and do its thing. Yeah, because it's only 58% battery. Yeah, we're just gonna let it do its thing. Go get some dinner. Alright, y'all, check that out. Y'all see that? That's the Super Timber from E-Flite Horizon Hobby, and that is an Insta360 X4 Air, so we can put it in the air. Y'all see what I did there? Anywho, look at all them geese. This is my first flight with the 360 camera. My first 360 camera I've ever owned. I went with this over the GoPro because it's lighter, even though I've been in the GoPro family for a minute. Not that I'm leaving GoPro, I just want to try something different. Because I know there's the Max 2 360 and all that. Right, left, down, up, right, left. But like I said, this is lighter, so I wanted to try it out. Broaden my horizons a little bit, if you will. So I have no idea how I'm going to edit the footage. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is all new to me, so let's see. Alright y'all, so while this plane is flying, I'll go ahead and give y'all some of my 2 cents about the 360. Probably give you a couple of these flight videos though while I'm talking about it, 'cause different lighting and all that. But yo, I love this camera. This thing is awesome. First of all, look at that view. Yeah. This is awesome. But the different angles and stuff that you can get from a 360 cam versus just your standard action cams, that alone makes it worth it. Look at that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. But editing took me a little bit to figure out. So I would say so far, like, I'm not even gonna like, I can't give you too much of a review because I still got some playing around to do with this camera. But comparing it to just the editing of, say, like the GoPro, 360 footage is a little bit different, and I'm sure it would be the same thing if I used the Max. I don't have any experience with GoPro's 360 editing, but specifically for the Insta360's editing, I prefer the manual key points, or the keyframes, because the AI just doesn't seem to have any soul to it. It's like, it tells you this is like the best perspective and all that. It's to who? I didn't like the AI versions very much on this editing. So what I did is the first like minute or so of a video, I took one and played around with it to see what I thought. But then once I got a little bit more comfortable with the keyframes on my own, setting them manually, I'm still learning. Like this right here, this is all manual. I like it a lot better than the AI. Like, this whole video is manual. In a couple of the RC playing groups, I posted one of the AI ones. I might add, yeah, I'm gonna add one of the AI videos toward, it's the same first 2 minutes of this flight, and I'll add it at the end of this, so y'all get the whole flight of the manual edits, manual keyframes, and then you'll get about 2 minutes of the AI version. And y'all can give your 2 cents. But as far as comparing this to, say, any other camera, I'm not really here to do that today, because all my cameras are actually different. But this is really my experience with my first 360, and yo, I'm digging it. So let me stop yapping for a little bit so y'all can watch this cool footage. Like, look at that. Let me hush. Let me hush.
of course, I've got some more stuff to say. I mean, that's what this video is for. But the audio, what I've noticed, it's actually pretty solid. It picks up voice from a really, really good distance, almost down the whole length of the runway. I should actually test that out specifically. But while I was editing this video, I actually noticed where there was a point I didn't expect to be able to hear myself clearly. I could actually hear the audio callouts from my transmitter. Like when I flip the switches telling me what my high rates, low rates, and all that, I could actually pick that up from the camera, which was really impressive. But it does, all the action cameras do this, the audio is slightly distorted while you're flying. I think I want to try that wind mic or that wind cover, whatever that is, and I think that'll actually make a huge difference. If not, oh well. I mean, nobody's actually watching these types of videos that I do for the audio. You're not trying to hear the airplane necessarily, maybe a little bit, but you're really trying to see these views like this right here. So it's not really a complaint. It's just something that you should be aware of if you're thinking, oh man, I'm going to hear the exact same audio from the onboard cam as you would from, say, your ground level flight cam, like a forehead cam. If you've watched my other videos, it's definitely going to be a different sound. Alright, so as we set up for a landing here, we'll talk about the weight of the camera. The X4 Air is Insta360's lightest model currently, and that's why I went with it. I know the X5's got better specs, but this is great. I mean, the particular plane I'm using, the E-Flite Super Timber, really unbothered by the weight. I could probably make it a little more neutral for the center of gravity, move that battery back, and probably make it more aerodynamic, but I don't really need to do that. And it might make it a little less bouncy on these landings. I mean, that's more of a skill problem than it is a camera problem. So, yeah, I mean, this thing's great.
Alright, y'all, so this is the AI edit. It's really just the first 2 minutes of that flight you guys just watched. I did 3 of these. 2 were AI, 1 was manual. The manual one was pretty much what you guys saw. It was like just a shortened version of the video you guys just watched, or the flight you guys just watched. But anyway, I'm gonna try not to yap through this whole thing so y'all can watch and see what you feel about it. But personally, I feel like the AI edit just doesn't have the same soul. It's like somebody made you a really good cheeseburger. They use great beef, you know, they use some good buns, good cheese, all the fixings and all that, but didn't put a single herb or spice on it. Like, whole wars weren't fought over herbs and spices, and we just don't use them. Like, that's what it feels like. It's like this here, that barrel roll. Like, why didn't it try to track the plane at all? The AI just tries to get the landscape, and that's kind of it. But what do y'all think? Alright, y'all, so this is a little different. We're gonna switch it up from the aerial stuff to the surface stuff. Y'all, because this is what I use this camera for, all the RC stuff. So we're gonna roughhouse a little bit with Teddy. This is the reason I got into RC, is for my dog to chase cars and stuff like this. So I've been wanting to do a 360 cam for a couple years for this specific purpose.
So we're gonna do a little durability test here. Cause I'm about to roll this dang car over. We're gonna see how it goes. Right here, there we go. And then here comes 80 pounds of dog. Boom, there you go. Like, it held up pretty well. I do have the premium lens protectors on there, and we're gonna test them things out here too in a second. So let's go ahead and reset this and watch.
Durability test. You get slobbers on it? Not that much, huh? Wait.
Yo, this right here, this boy, he rough as hell. So like, I don't want y'all to be like, you hit your dog. No, this is how he catches it. If he gets in front of it, I coast, let him catch it. Boom. This boy, y'all, the camera took the brunt of that. Like, that's 80 pounds of dog that just went into this 6S RC car that is, y'all, it's modified for him to do this. Like, that's all soft bits. Even the spoiler, the wing on there is all made out of, it's 3D printed TPU. Everything's soft around it because he's that rough. But the camera took it like a champ. Like, he grabbed a hold of the camera, y'all. There's Jewel. Watch this.
That lens? You did? You did? Oh, you sure did.
So, all in all, I'm actually pretty impressed with this camera. And this is pretty low light. The sun was pretty much setting. Camera quality, the image stabilization, all that. I'm actually really happy with this X4 Air. I did notice, like, if you see the stitching on here, the camera is kind of at an angle. I'll show how I mounted it. Actually, I'll show a couple pictures at the end of this video how I mounted it on the plane and on the truggy, the buggy. That way you can just kind of see how it's set up. But yeah, this thing is actually pretty awesome. But how it's mounted does make a difference on where that stitch ends up in your video. So consider that when you're mounting your camera on whatever you're mounting it on. But go ahead and get you one. Like, this thing's pretty solid. Alright, y'all, welcome to the man cave. So those of you that have not been in here because you don't watch RC vids, you watch camera vids, well, welcome. But this is how it's mounted on. That's the X4 Air. I've got this sandwiched into this mount here, onto this cover here for this receiver box mounted in, and I have it to where I have that hinge point, so if it does roll over, it gives it somewhere to tilt and dissipate some of that energy. If it goes this way, if it goes laterally here, then, well, it could break. Could. But y'all saw the video, it didn't. And basically, that traffic cone body goes over the camera like that, and that's how it sticks up. So yeah, that worked out pretty well. So now I'll show y'all how I have it mounted on the timber. There we go. And you see, so check this out. If y'all noticed how it is now, this is facing straight forward. When I had it on the Typhon, it was at an angle, like here. And when this is straight forward, you get good angles, you get good view. But if this edge, or one of the edges, one of the corners is facing forward, then that's where you get that weird stitch that you saw on here for the previous vid. That's not that big of a deal. I mean, you're going to have that stitch point somewhere. So you have a couple options. You can, before you fasten or you secure your mounts, like if you're gluing them, things like that, set it up to where the camera is fully tightened onto the mounting screw, and then mount your mounting base to whatever you're going to put it on. There's ways to work around, but that's if you even care about it. Anyway, I'm really liking this camera. Again, I'm not even going to call it a review. This is just my 2 cents. I'm just going to say that, yes, after this first few days of having it, most of it's just been sitting there and me trying to edit video and all that. I just haven't had time to just sit down and knock this out. But the days I've had this camera so far, like, this thing's awesome. My one regret, a little bit of buyer's remorse that I have, is that I didn't get one sooner. It's not a GoPro versus Insta or nothing like that. This is I should have gotten a 360 camera of some sort, period. Since the X4 Air is the only one I have experience with right now, that's the one I'm going to say, cool, get you one. But get you the one that's right for you. If you're going for RC stuff right now, for current models, I'm going to give my nod to the X4 Air currently.